Welcome to the world of mystery and excitement. Today we venture into the heart of an enigma that has baffled minds for decades, the Bennington Triangle. Nestled in the picturesque state of Vermont, this seemingly tranquil area harbors a dark and unsettling history. It is a place where people have vanished without a trace, leaving behind only unanswered questions and a lingering sense of dread. Join us, if you dare, as we delve into the chilling tales of the Bennington Triangle, seeking to unravel the truth behind its sinister reputation. Our journey takes us to the southwestern corner of Vermont, a region known for its rugged beauty and dense forests. This enigmatic area encompasses three small towns, Bennington, Glastonbury, and Woodford. To the casual observer, it appears to be a place of idyllic charm, but beneath the surface lies a history steeped in strange and unsettling events. Long before European settlers arrived, Native American tribes inhabited these lands. They spoke of a malevolent presence that haunted the area, referring to it as a cursed place and warning their people to avoid it at all costs. These ancient fears were seemingly confirmed when European settlers began to report strange and unexplained occurrences. Travelers would lose their way in the dense woods, only to reappear days later, unable to recall where they had been or what had transpired. Whispers of strange lights in the sky and unexplained sounds echoed through the forests, fueling the growing sense of unease. But it was not until the mid-20th century that a series of chilling disappearances thrust this enigmatic region into the national spotlight. The disappearances that have plagued the Bennington Triangle are as perplexing as they are unsettling. One of the most enduring mysteries is the case of Paula Welden, an 18-year-old college student who vanished without a trace in 1946. Paula had set out for a solo hike on a crisp December day, seemingly in good spirits and well prepared for her outing. Despite extensive searches by authorities and volunteers, no trace of Paula was ever found. Just 3 years later, in 1949, the Triangle claimed another victim, James Tedford, a 68-year-old retired soldier. James was returning home to Bennington by bus after visiting family. Witnesses confirmed seeing him on the bus, but when it reached its destination, James had vanished. His belongings were still on the bus, but James himself was nowhere to be found. Then, in 1950, tragedy struck again, this time claiming a young boy named Paul Jepson. 8-year-old Paul was playing outside on his family's farm when he vanished without a trace. Despite a frantic search, no trace of Paul was ever found. These baffling disappearances have contributed to the legend of this enigmatic region, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a lingering sense of dread. The year was 1946. On December 1st, 18-year-old Paula Welden, a sophomore at Bennington College, decided to embark on a solo hike. She was last seen by a local farmer around 4 p.m., walking along a stretch of the Long Trail near Glastonbury Mountain. When Paula failed to return to her dormitory that evening, her roommate grew concerned and alerted the authorities. A search party was quickly assembled and the hunt for the missing college student began. The search for Paula Welden would become one of the largest and most extensive in Vermont history. Hundreds of volunteers, along with law enforcement officers, scoured the area surrounding Glastonbury Mountain, hoping for any sign of the missing woman. Despite their best efforts, Paula seemed to have vanished without a trace. Theories abounded, ranging from accidental falls and animal attacks to amnesia and even foul play, but Paula Welden was never seen again. 3 years after Paula Welden's disappearance, the Bennington Triangle would claim another victim, adding another layer of mystery. This time, it was a 68-year-old retired soldier named James Tedford who would vanish without a trace. It was December 1st, 1949, an eerie coincidence given the date of Paula Welden's disappearance 3 years prior. James Tedford was returning home to Bennington after visiting family in St. Albans, Vermont. He boarded a crowded bus, settling into a seat for the familiar journey home. Witnesses on the bus later confirmed seeing James during the trip. As the bus approached his stop in Bennington, James gathered his belongings. However, when the bus pulled into the station and the doors hissed open, James Tedford was nowhere to be found. His belongings remained on the bus, his suitcase resting on the luggage rack, his jacket still draped over the seat. The bus driver, baffled by Tedford's sudden disappearance, contacted the authorities. A search of the bus and the surrounding area yielded no clues. James had vanished without a trace, leaving behind his belongings and a bus full of bewildered passengers. The year 1950 brought no respite from the unsettling events plaguing the Bennington Triangle. Just a year after James Tedford's disappearance, another tragedy unfolded, this time claiming the life of a young boy. 8-year-old Paul Jepson was a bright and cheerful child, full of life and energy. On October 12, 1950, Paul was playing outside on the farm while his mother tended to chores inside. Moments later, she glanced out the window again, but this time she was met with an unsettling sight. Paul was gone. She rushed outside, calling out his name, but there was no reply. Fear gripped her as she frantically searched the farm and the surrounding woods, calling out for her son. The authorities were contacted, and soon a full-scale search was underway. Despite their best efforts, Paul Jepson was never seen again. Theories surrounding his disappearance ran rampant, but the fate of Paul Jepson remains a mystery to this day. The Bennington Triangle's sinister reputation extends beyond the chilling disappearances that have plagued the region. Over the years, countless reports of strange and unexplained phenomena have emerged from within its borders, adding a paranormal layer to the already perplexing mystery. One of the most commonly reported phenomena in the Bennington Triangle is the appearance of mysterious lights in the sky. Witnesses describe seeing orbs of light, often described as being orange or red in color, hovering silently above the trees or darting erratically through the night sky. These lights have been reported for decades, with sightings often clustered around areas where disappearances have occurred. Adding to the eerie atmosphere are the unexplained sounds that have been reported within the triangle's boundaries. Witnesses describe hearing strange hums, whistles, and even disembodied voices, often when they are alone in the woods. Perhaps the most unsettling reports from the Bennington Triangle are the sightings of strange creatures lurking in the shadows. Witnesses describe seeing humanoid figures darting through the trees, large shadowy figures that seem to melt into the undergrowth, and even accounts of bipedal creatures covered in hair. While these accounts of supernatural phenomena are often met with skepticism, they persist nonetheless, adding another layer of mystery to the already enigmatic Bennington Triangle. The Bennington Triangle remains an enigma, a place where the veil between our world and the unknown seems to thin. Despite decades of investigation and countless theories, the mysteries of the Bennington Triangle endure, leaving us to grapple with the unknown. Is there a rational explanation for the strange events that have plagued this region for decades? Or is the Bennington Triangle truly a portal to another dimension, a place where the laws of nature are bent and twisted? What happened to the souls who vanished within its borders, leaving behind only unanswered questions and a lingering sense of unease? Perhaps the forests of Vermont will forever hold the answers to these questions, their secrets hidden beneath a canopy of leaves and shrouded in an eerie silence.